This account needs a helmet upgrade. The Runeful helm just isn't cutting it anymore. In the last episode, I completed 2 more medium diaries and broke a 75 chest dry streak at Barrows by obtaining Torag's plate legs. With that newly acquired protection, I want to better protect my other head.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
Relica will provide me with the Berserker helm after the completion of the Fremnik Trials quest, a nice upgrade from the Runeful. Relica also has both short and long-term benefits for the account actually. It's the gateway to like half a dozen other regions alongside all the content tied to those regions. I'll also get access to the Slayer Cave, expanding what Slayer can offer me. To fully unlock this area, I'll need 13 chunks, but this episode I'm focusing on these 11 actually, and not all are in Relica. I'll need 22 items and a total of 7.975 mil, and this is getting really pricey, but thankfully I'm loaded, just like this potato, so let's get locked in. The map of Runescape is divided into chunks, an invisible area of 64 by 64 tiles. This is Gather Chunks. Gather Chunks is one of these, what we call chunk accounts, but not a traditional one. Firstly, this account is a main account. Secondly, to unlock new chunks, instead of completing chunk-specific tasks, I need to obtain items on the collection log. So think collection log completionist, but Chunkman style. I can choose any adjacent chunk with no rolling. An exception to this is all forms of physical travel. I also pay GP per chunk. This is 5,000 times the numerical order of the chunk, hence the main account. I've started on a fresh level 3 account, and I've unlocked my first 100 chunks. Now, I'm in season 2 of the account. 2 collection log items are needed, plus the GP per chunk. The end goal of this account is the trimmed achievement Diaryy cape, so join me as I unlock a RuneScape 1 chunk at a time. Welcome to Logging Chunks Season 2. So last episode, at the very end of the episode, I obtained the Torag's plate legs here, breaking me up to 179 collection logs. I need 1 more item to unlock a new chunk, and I have just the thing for item number 1 of this video. I'm going to be going for actually the granite body. It costs 95,000 coins and 1 queen kill. I have 3 remaining from my fighter torso grind. And if you're wondering why the graceful is in my inventory, I will tell you in a moment. But let's go ahead and buy that first. So this should be a clog. Perfect. So there it is. The granite plate body is now obtained. I think it'll provide some decent tanking one day when we get to like DKs or something. But the reason I have graceful in the inventory is because last episode I actually mentioned that I'm becoming somewhat of an Xtreme Clogger. Now what that means is I'm obtaining untradable items again essentially that have a recolor variant. Graceful is one of those. It actually has 2 different ones that are on the collection log, being the Brimhaven one and the new Varlamore area. And I'm going to obtain the graceful set for each one. So I'm going to get another full set of graceful this episode. And I actually needed this to unlock the Seers Village chunk. I need that to start doing the Seers Village course right over yonder, right here. So I need that chunk. So I already have the 2 items obtained to unlock said chunk, and I have plenty of money. Alright, so let's go ahead and buy that chunk, or pay for it I should say. So that is chunk number 140 for 700,000 coins. Each chunk now is costing over 700k. It's pretty crazy to think about, but there it is, the platinum tokens, and then here are the 2 items needed for that chunk payment. Almost 50 mil worth of platinum tokens. And here is what the current tab is looking like if you are new to the series. All items are in order, in the order I obtained them. Very proud of that defender line personally. And there we have it. Seers Village is officially unlocked. Should get a music track for that. Very nice. Overture. I think my reading skills are not good. I want to quickly mention that I have a goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're not already subscribed, it's completely free. So click that button and help out a small YouTuber like myself. So now we finally have this chunk. It is so nice to have this Seers Village chunk. Now we're going to be doing lots of agility. And while I'm running these laps, I'm going to be high alking. I'm going to make a decent profit from this. I'm going to make about 300-ish K if I subtract the nature rune costs. It's pretty easy to high alk while you're doing agility, so that's why I'm doing it. Alright, so I've been running this course for 1 hour now. I'm using this little counter up here for my laps to keep track of that. and I only got 11 marks of grace. Now, I did think I got pretty unlucky overall getting these marks of grace, but XP wise, this is really good. 37k agility XP per hour and about 41k mage XP per hour. So I definitely can't complain there. It's definitely really good XP, and it's 64 labs, but I did 63 in 1 hour. Did get a dunce here. So to get a full outfit of Graceful, I need 260 marks, which I think at this rate it would take me about 23 hours. Now, the Kandarin Easy Diary does give you a 5% chance to receive more marks of grace, a 5% increase in the marks of grace on the course. So I think what I'm going to do throughout this episode while I work on that is work on getting that diary done. Now, I need 2 chunks for that, being this one, because I need to talk to Sherlock, and he's down here. And then I need to plant some jute stuff, the jute seeds here. Also need that, but I do also need that chunk on my way to Relica. So for right now, I'm going to turn my attention towards easy clues. I do not have too many clogs from them, and I have a lot to obtain from here. Now, there's a lot of sources for easy clues, but what I'm going to be using is the ham members here in the ham hideout right over here. So the male and female version, I think, have slightly different success rates. I don't know which one's greater or which one's worse. I'm just going to stick with the male and see how it goes. Now, I do actually already have one. I forgot about that. I tested it for like 10 seconds and I got one in like 4 pickpockets. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 hour of this. I'm going to test it for 1 hour, see how many easy clues I can get, and subsequently caskets. So after I fail here, okay, so there is the 1 hour officially completed. And I got a total of 12.4k XP, so the XP is not very good. And I did switch to the females because their base level to start them is level 15, the males are 20. So just math tells me that that is a slightly better rate to succeed. But moment of truth, here's the clues. How many did we get? Yep, there it is, and there's 10 there in all 10 steps I can do. So in 1 hour, I obtained 10 clues. I pickpocketed a total of 555 of these. I did bank and get the graceful outfit because it helps me whenever I get kicked out. I had to run back a lot. So I could have gotten a few more pickpockets in. So I can do all these steps like I mentioned. So let's go knock these out and see how many caskets we can get. And during that little hour, I did bank all of these ham pieces because these are, I think, worth a decent amount of GP. So I'm going to go sell those. And I do need to mention that I did like those 5 pickpockets on mobile when I got there. So that's why the tracker said 9. So I think I did more like 560 or so. Don't think I can do this one. Yep, so that is where it ends. So I did get 8 caskets. That is not too bad at all. 8 out of 10. I will definitely take that. It's about what I expected. But I'm actually going to go and sell that ham stuff and see what kind of GP I can get for it. So it looks like I get about 40k, which I don't think it's worth it to bank those. I guess I'll do it some more and slow sell them next time, and then maybe I'll get a little more profit. But 40k per 1 hour. And as for these clues, I will open those momentarily. Okay, so I got myself a beginner clue casket here, and it's been momentarily for you, but a full 24 hours for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and open this beginner now. Nothing as usual. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Let's get to these easies. Already got 1 blue firelighters. I think that's the first ever firelighters on the account. Nice, got this page 1 there. Nice to have. Ooh, another page, Ceridome page 1. I'm honestly I did not expect to get more than 2 items from this. I think the clue rate is like 1 out of, or the unique rate is like 1 out of 6 per easy clue. Okay, another page. Yeah, the clan's gonna be trying to kick me because I got another, oh, I got blue firelighters again, almost. Alright, too many pages. What is going on here? Let me go ahead and just warn the fellas. Okay, and last one. Okay, we got a duplicate Guthix page 4. Oh my goodness, I got 5 pages there? What in the world? Can't believe I got, how many items was that? That was 5 clogs and 8 clues. Wow, I was not expecting more than 2. Okay, so here is all the items in order. So the blue firelighters, all the pages that I got that are uniques right there, and then this is a duplicate. This is the only other page I ever had on the account. So now that we have a literal library obtained, I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 chunks now for the Kandarin Easy Diary. This step here to talk to Sherlock, and this one to plant some jute seeds. But first, I actually do have to pay for those, of course, so that is chunks 141 and 142 for 705k. Followed by 710. Oh my goodness, too much. Let me go ahead and redo that. There we go. So 1.4 mil, not bad at all. This is going to put me over 50 mil. There it is, over 50 mil worth of platinum tokens on the account, paid for chunks. Still got 1 item left for an additional chunk a bit later. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Sherlock. Go ahead and complete that step. That should be all. Yep, and we did get 1 music track, the Magical Journey. Alright, and there we go. So there is that chunk also unlocked. Do we get anything for this one? Looks like no music tracks. That is alright. Let's go ahead and plant these jute seeds. And there they are, and there is the easy task completed. So before I go any further, the other day was the Wednesday game update, and it added 1 additional collection log item, which I haven't looked up yet. I believe it's the zombie helmet though. I'm just going to assume it's the zombie helmet right here, since that's the new addition to the game. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So now I have 1 additional item to obtain. Well, I am glad I did not make my intro yet, because I need 2 more chunks actually for that Kandarin Easy Diary. I have to go to here, to this little house here, to go to give Sir Galahad, I think, a cup of tea, or get a cup of tea from him. And then I have to go over here to Catherby and get a pet fish from Harry in the shop over here. So I need 2 more chunks. Again, thankfully I did not make my entry yet, and I don't have to go back and, you know, change any of that. But before I even head up here, I'm going to go ahead and get those 2 additional chunks. It is time to officially retire the Fossil Island notes. Even though I only unlocked them 2 episodes ago, it is already time for them to go. I got 2 left. I need 3 items total. I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 final ones now. I got 12 chances here. Let's hope I can get some decent RNG here. There is 1, the old writing. And there it is, back to back, the final one, the short note. This one was very much short-lived, but I'm glad to have gotten 10 easy collection log items from Fossil Island. Well, I guess here is going to be a notable hunter level. That is 63 hunter. I can actually catch red chins now. Now, I do not have any red chins unlocked in any chunks that I have, so I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon, even at 63, but hey, it's another little milestone level. Whoa, is that 86 farming on the account? Nothing of importance other than 86 is just getting closer to 99. Alright, history number 10. Do we get a bucket? We do not. Well, since I was on a farming run, I came here to the Tithe Farm. This is going to be the last 100 fruit I need for 250 points. And if I go over here to Farmer Grycollar, this is enough for the seed box or the herb sack. It says the herb sack. There must be an herb lore level tied to unlocking that. I think that's what it is. It's probably 58, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the seed box. I plan to get the seed box anyways, so let's go ahead and get that. And there is the seed box, quite a useful unlock for pickpocketing master farmers. And I can put my limpworts and my herb seeds in here, so that'll save 1 inventory slot. So super useful. So now comes the time to pay for those 2 chunks, chunk 143 and 144, so that is 715k, followed by 720. Platinum tokens, and here are the 4 items, so let's go get those 2 chunkaroos. So since I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and talk to Sir Galahad here and get that cup of tea. I think that was the task. Yep, there it is. So now let's go ahead to Catherby. But actually this is almost all the chunks I need for the Holy Grail quest. I think there's just 2 additional ones, being the 2 in Karamja that I need. Once I get to that, that'll be a pretty big unlock. So there we go, Catherby is officially unlocked, unlocking me a new fruit tree patch right over there, and also Harry over here. And I know the last few clips have had some background noise. I apologize for that. My son is going absolutely crazy in the background. So I think I just need to get a something or another from him. Oh, I think I need to bring him a bowl. So I'll do that in a bit. Okay, Harry, I am back. So can I get a fish for this bowl? Put some seaweed in there first. Now, Harry, can I get a fish for my bowl? There it is. So now I have a pet fish on the account. Now, the last step I need to do is actually start the Elemental Workshop Part 1 quest. And I like to just go ahead and complete quests if I had to start them. If I can, I can. I just need 20 smithing, so I'm just going to buy 100 bronze bars. As you just saw, they were pretty cheap, and this should get me to 20 smithing. Alright, well there is level 20. Definitely did not take 100. It took close to 300 actually. I could have switched to iron, but I might as well just go ahead and do the bronze. Finish out these, and then I'll head... Oh, thanks. Then I'll head to do the Elemental Workshop. So I already have access to the dungeon here. I need to kill one of these elementals each for the diary over in each of these rooms, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the quest, and I'll just show you afterwards. Alright, this should be the last kill for that diary step. And yep, there it is. Got a rock and a ruby. Alright, this should be quest completed already. It's like a 5-10 minute quest. There it is. A lot of XP for that quest. 117 quest points. 27 smithing. Very cool. Did put me past 1375 total. Unfortunately, no clan chat message because I jumped past it. So the final step is to buy a candle here from the candle maker. And there it is. The Kandarin Easy Diary is now completed. Let's go speak to the Wedge. Get that reward. Alright, so Mr. the Wedge, go ahead and give me that reward. Now this one is pretty good for an easy diary. You get, well, Marks of Grace is always nice. The coal truck, don't really need that. And I guess the bowstring could be a decent little side moneymaker if I wanted to do that. But this thing, the Kandarin Headgear 1, is actually a good light source, inextinguishable, and it doesn't even have to be worn for it to be used as a light source, so that is clutch. Alright, so let's go ahead and test this for 1 hour now and see if we truly do get 5% more Marks of Grace. But actually, let's go ahead and use this lamp straight on Slayer. No level, just wanted to show you, it is still going on
Slayer.
Whoa, missed it there, but there is 81 magic. Wind Surge, that's actually going to be pretty good for Barrows. Don't know the GP cost for the Wind Surge spell, but I'm sure it'd be worth it. Well, here is another hour up here, and I do think I got a little more lucky. I ended up getting 14 Marks of Grace this 1 hour. So I think coupled with the slightly better RNG and the 5% more marks, I can expect about 13 to 14 per hour, I'd say. I think that's more pretty realistic. So at this rate, I should get that 260 in about 18 more hours. So I am just about to use up my last of the 2,000 high alks that I brought here initially. So there is the last one. I did 206 laps, 2,000 alks, 43 Marks of Grace. So it looks like per 1,000 I can get about 22 or so. So over time, I'm going to get a lot of mage XP. I need about 10,000 more high alks to get to the needed Marks of Grace. So I'll get at least 83 mage, and my agility is currently 64 now. I'm gonna get probably to about 72, I'd say, somewhere around 72. So I've recently been killing a couple hundred hill giants per episode, and I got 6 beginner clues from this batch, and I'm at 11 of 50 hill giants now with still 2 giant keys. I don't know what's going on there. But I have 6 beginner clues to open. Let's go ahead and open these. I think I can expect 1 item at least. Oh, nice. There is the item, the bare feet. Very nice. That is some good fashionscape there. And a second pair of demon feet. I can sell these at least. That is nice to sell. Alright, so with those newly acquired bare feet, I now need just 9 collection log items to get these 5 chunks here. So I'm pretty sure I don't need this one here. it's not looking like it. I think that's used for Mountain Daughter, which is, I don't need these 2 chunks anyways. So these 5 chunks are needed for that Frimnik Trials quest. Don't need this one because when you go to this thing, it's within that chunk, so I'm all good there. And I don't think I need this chunk as well for anything. So since I do have a nice cash stack here, I'm actually going to do some ensouled head training here. I'm going to use these Dagannoth heads, and let me look at the calculator. 95 of these to get to my goal level, which is actually going to be level 60. And at level 60, I can actually get another tier of prayer potion sip, so it gives me 1 additional prayer point. And also 60 just looks clean and it gets broadcasted, so you know. Yeah, but I'm going to do some Scurious after that. I think my stats are pretty good for that now. Once I get 60 prayer, that'll help out just a little bit more. And the Scurious does have 2 collection log items, one being fairly common. The other is the pet, which I'm definitely not going for. I'll just go for the Scurious spine. Well, here is the last Dagannoth for 60 prayer. We can do these things, Chivalry alongside Devout Boots and some other Sunfire stuff from Varlamore. 60 prayer now, let's go ahead to Scurious. Alright, so here I am. I think I'm all set. I don't think you need too much for this boss. Just going for the spine, as there's only 2 collection log items from here. I'm going to use the private instance, so Clockworks GL, hope you get the drop you want. Now, a side note for this thing is I'm only 3 points away from completing the easy tier of the combat achievements. And Scurious actually has 5 combat tasks, all pretty easy. But I do need the spine to do this one, and I believe to do this one. These 2 are not possible without the bone weaponry. Alright, there it is. That took a good bit of time. Don't know my time there, but there is the first KC. No spine, unlucky. But this is pretty good combat XP. I do recall whenever they released this boss, they said that they wanted it to be a good form of combat training, and I can definitely see that despite how much XP you can get, especially if you kill all the rats each time. Alright, this should be kill number 10, and that should be 2 combat tasks. Wow, I got a lot. Oh, I got a medium clue. I should have brought my medium clue, dang it. But also the easy combat achievement diaries, or just the easy combat tasks are done. I can go collect that, which I'll do now. Okay, Mr. Gommel, and I go ahead and get that reward for my easy CA. Alright, so there we go. I get the Gommel's Hilt 1, which I think provides 3 free teleports to Trollheim per day. And also at this lamp, which is actually 5,000 XP in any skill above 20, so pretty good there. That is going on Slayer for a level 47 Slayer now, Brine Rats. That is pretty cool. But also the rewards for this thing also are honestly pretty good. A 5% increased chance to get easy clues from all sources, excluding Implings. And also the Void Knight commendation points get 1 extra per run now, which I do plan to do that pretty soon, so that'll help out a ton with that. Hey, there is the Scurious spine. Let's go. Came in a little early, got it at 22 KC plus a rune full. I'll definitely take the W there. Very nice. Do we get it back to back? Nope. Now I can't actually use this to create a bone mace or the bone bow or the bone staff, since it consumes, and to keep in line, of course, with my Xtreme Clogger mindset, it'll consume the item, turn it into that. So it's just going to sit here in the tab until I get a second, third, and fourth, so on. Alright, so to get 2 more items, I'm actually here in Falador. I'm going to be killing the giant mole for just a 1 singular kill. It's an always drop, the mole skin and the mole claw. So 1 KC, you can get 2 collection log items. I think I can go down here. Perfect. The Mad Mole music track. Now, I could easily use my main to track the giant mole, but I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way for the first KC.
No.
Fine, fine.
Well, okay. So here it is. This guy crashed me, but he finished it off. That took about 10 minutes. Well, I'm not sure what happened. I might have accidentally hit my hotkey for recording, but yep, that guy, Turkey, whatever his name was, accidentally crashed me. He did finish it, and I was able to get the credit anyways. But there it is. So here I have 66 Castle War tickets. I've been doing this in the background whilst editing. So I'm going to trade Atlantis here, and I'm going to get 4 of these 6 needed items right now, being where my cursor is right now, the decorative armor, as well as some of these cheaper decorative armor pieces that are like the equivalent to black armor, I believe, and black weaponry. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one first, and then 3 of these. Alright, and the last one, the decorative sword, the red version. So there we go, I still have 11 tickets left, that is perfect. So, what is my plan? What am I going to do with Castle Wars? Well, let me introduce you to Castle Wars Calculus. So before we get into the Castle Wars Calculus, I actually want to go over what I kind of mean by an Xtreme Clogger. Now, Xtreme Log is a series done by a few people now at this point, most notably Tedious and ZZ. They're doing it to where they obtain 1 collection log item at a time. They essentially complete 1 page of the collection log and then move on to the next activity. For my account, I'm doing not that. I'm essentially just having 1 of each collection log item in the bank. Now, for most things, that doesn't matter, but for Castle Wars and stuff like the Graceful, like I've mentioned, and the Lumberjack, it does. So let's get into some Castle Wars Calculus. To totally green log Castle Wars, you need 5,549 tickets, and since you can get about 8.1 tickets per hour, due to the 3 tickets per 22 minutes, this means to green log using my method would take approximately 685 hours, and that is a very large commitment. Now what most people do is they get their 800 tickets for that most expensive piece, I believe the gold decorative armor plate body, and they start exchanging tickets for items, and they sell the items back to the shop because you actually get a 100% return on tickets. That is the logical way to handle Castle Wars, and it would take approximately 100 hours. But me, on the other hand, I plan to do something different, meaning I'll need to collect all 5,549 tickets. If I exclude the outrageously overpriced gold decorative armor set, I would only need 1,149 tickets. That would knock that 685 hours down to 142 hours, which makes it much more realistic for me. I would only be missing out on 8 collection log items, and I do not find it worth it to spend the additional 540 hours hunting down 8 items. So that's my plan. Let me know if you think it's a good compromise. So let's throw all of these in the tab in the order. And this is a side note, I do have the full decorative mage armor set. It looks absolutely fashionable and I love it. So as for these 2 additional items that I'm going to be going for, they are going to be the forestry hat and the legs, maybe the boots, I'm not sure, but 2 of these 3 items here, the petal garland and the pheasant, golden pheasant egg, are RNG items. Oh, I missed the roots. Shouldn't have been talking. But this is what I'm going for, and I do have to reobtain the lumberjack outfit because due to the, Xtreme Clogger rule. So I'm going to be doing some forestry for a bit. No way! Yes! I don't even have the mic in front of me. I got the egg! Finally! Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I don't even know how this audio is going to turn out. The mic's like 5 feet from my face. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to come do forestry. I knew it. There is the event done. Let me fix my mic real quick. Alright, there it is. A big shout out to Xtreme and Chunk here. I was talking to him like literally, or her, like 5 minutes ago. And let me go in the public chat. Right here you can see it's 10:10 right now. At 9:58. Say, alright, back to the ways of forestry. Said good luck. You gave me good luck. Thank you very much. Alright, so while I wrap up this forestry in the background, the Leagues 5, the first teaser actually just dropped today, teasing at the first relic and giving some additional information and launch times and such, and I'm going to watch that video in a bit. But my plan with Leagues 5, I'm going to play it on my main account, or Renry account, and as for the Gather Chunks account, odds are I'm going to be AFKing that. I may set up a free-to-play account and do some Castle Wars with that. I may do some AFK fishing or woodcutting. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet AFK-wise on the Gather Chunks account, but I will be AFKing that account, no doubt, and playing in the leagues on my main. Leagues is just a good change of pace. Even though you get burnt out in like 2 to 3 weeks, Leagues is still fun for those 2 to 3 weeks. During that time, I may get episode 14 out during Leagues. I may not, it just depends on how much I can record before League starts. But no videos for the most part up until the first maybe 3 weeks of Leagues being out. I don't plan to make any Leagues videos. I may stream it here and there on Twitch. I may stream on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to make videos on it. I just can't keep up with that due to my just IRL responsibilities. I'll just leave that for the other content creators like Solo Mission and people like him. So here I am all ready to officially buy everything from the shop. I need a total of 7,250, got 7 extra, and I think I have all the logs here to afford the outfit again, barring at the top, a second time, as well as the forestry itself. So, without further ado, alright, so first let's re-obtain the 3 items we need. So the hat first, we'll do the legs, and then the lumberjack boots. Alright, so there is the outfit re-obtained, and this should be all the logs that I need. Let's get the hat first. Followed by the forestry legs. And last but not least, the forestry boots. For the entirety of the forestry outfit now obtained, little spam coming in the clan chat. There it is, full forestry outfit now obtained, looking pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. But that is 22 of 23 forestry items now obtained. The shop is fully green logged. Here is the lumberjack 2 full outfits. All I need is the petal garland, which I will come back to forestry to get that. But above all else, that is officially 200 collection log items on the account, aka halfway through season 2. I didn't plan on getting the rest of the forestry outfit, but since I got the egg, I was like, I might as well. That'll get me to 200. That was the goal of this episode, so I got it. I'm happy about that. So now we can afford 6 chunks, so let's go get those. So let's go ahead and pay for those 5 chunks I need. So those are chunks 145 through 149. The first one's going to cost 725,000 coins, and I will speed through this. And the final one for 745,000 coins. It's for a total of 3.6 mil. That was half the cash stack to essentially do the entirety of the Fremnik Trials quest and all the items. Still got 2 left for an additional chunk later. So there we go, the entire Fremnik area is unlocked, and I definitely need this chunk. I remember talking to this one right here, Lally. So I need to go here too as well, but also this unlocks a fairy ring, and actually the Fremnik Slayer Cave already unlocked on the account. This will be big going forward, just for a lot of things. So how many music tracks did I get? I haven't clicked on it yet. Oh, just 3. Now I should, fingers crossed, have every single chunk I need for the Fremnik Trials quest. The spirit tree is finally ready. I can go ahead and check health on that. I finally have a spirit tree in the farming guild. It is nice to have this because I can go from the GE with the GE teleport straight to there. I guess I'll teleport right there, run over here, easy access to the farming guild. Alright, so when I jump down here, that'll be at level 67 agility. Yanil dungeon. Hey, shout out Chunkn Yanil. But also, high elk this for also 82 magic. They were lined up. I just, I had to record them at the same time. I got another batch of 2,000 alks, currently 80 left. Current market grace count 85. Hopefully this is the last skilling clip for the Fremnik Trials quest, but there is another farming level, level 87 farming. Nothing of importance again, but also just, you know, one level closer to a 99. Let's go ahead and start the quest, and fingers crossed that I have all of the necessary chunks. So it looks like I can get over here, no problem. Just gotta be a little careful with where I click, I guess. I'll walk through here, yep. Hey, there he is. I'm glad I was able to get him in one of my chunks. He was over here the longest time. Went over there, but thankfully, right by the log. So I am at the quest completion, and I don't think I needed this one for anything. This one right here, I had to go into the clothes shop here, but I didn't actually have to go into that building, so I don't think you actually need that chunk for the completion of this quest, but I got it anyways. And there it is, the Fremnik Trials quest is officially completed. I can get that helmet upgrade, 47 fishing, anything else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so I know I can buy this from the GE, but I wanted to come to this shop and buy it. Just feels a little better. And there's actually a good bit of helmets in here. The archers and the Farseer helmet might actually be kind of useful. But right now I'm going for the Berserker helmet. That is just the better option between the warrior and the Berserker. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that now. No clog or anything. Just I really wanted that account, or I wanted this item on the account. It looks pretty good. But there is another helmet upgrade actually I do want to make. It's going to be purely cosmetic. And if you look down in the corner by my name, you'll see a Iron Man symbol there. Now this is a plugin. Trust me, it is a plugin. I am not an Iron Man account. You can actually just create a fake one, and the color options, you can't customize it, so that's just the orange I'm going to be going with. It's symbolizing my Xtreme Clogger mindset. And also, next episode will feature the first and hopefully only a rule change of the account, and it has to do with this helmet down here. Well, this market grace here is going to be the last of the video, and it's actually going to be my 130th mark of grace. I know in the beginning I stated I'm going to get 260 for the full outfit of Graceful. I want to actually do something that'll speed up getting the Graceful by just a little bit, and I want to save that for the next episode. But I do have a little thing to make it up. I have 9 mystery boxes here, and I believe getting a stale baguette from one of these is a 1 out of 49 chance. So can we get a stale baguette in these 9 mystery boxes?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So total I did basically 6,000 agility high alks. I'm up to a very nice agility level and about halfway through level 82 magic. Expect that to be probably 73 to 74 next episode by the time I finish the Graceful, and definitely 83 mage. Great progress. So this episode was a bit lax on the farm and the birdhouse runs, but I did do some farming contracts, and here's the forestry stuff there. So there's not going to be too much GP here, but I still will show it and sell it. Alright, and all the leaves, not too much, but there it is for 6.5 mil total from all of that, bringing me almost, okay there, no, it's at a 10 mil cash stack now. Very, very nice. Still at a 10 mil cash stack, and I don't really think I have anything else to sell. I still actually have those 2 items in the bank, these 2 right here. The 2 forestry pieces, the legs and the boots, but I'm going to save that for the next episode because it has to do with the agility that I want to do. I'm so glad to finally have the Berserker helm. It is a nice upgrade from this rune full. It looks better, and it gives me a +3 strength bonus. There it is. This one gives a nothing, so it is nice to have the nice upgrade. And all of the chunks you see in green are in order, in the order I obtained them this episode. We made most of our progress right here in Camelot, Sears, and the Fremnik area, the Relica area. This is just going to be massive just for going to Miscellanea, Fremnik Isles, Natizo, Nate's Not, Yurtizo, Nate's Not, Pirates Cove, Lunar Eye. There's just so much content locked behind having to go to Relica. Finally have access to most of that, and then eventually Keldigram over here. One day when we get to that, and I don't think I needed this chunk for anything. I think I mentioned it in my intro, but I did not get it, nor do I plan to get it in the next episode. Now that I have a nice helmet upgrade, completed the Kandarin Easy Diary, and started my journey to becoming RuneScape's first extreme one-chunk restricted main collection log completionist man, it's time to put Season 2 Volume 1 in the books. In the next episode, I'll be completing another medium diary, a second set of graceful, and we'll be doing the first rule change on the account. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you made it this far, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care, and have a good one.